Hey, I'm just fixing with some charty thing. Oh, it's messy. Oh, but with this we can build things. Oh, sorry everyone. So, do you remember the chart we made before? Yeah, it's this chart. So what is a chart? A chart is something that tells us all about them. Then we're just looking at the chart, then you'll know about it like this. If no paper, then just going to draw a charty thing like this. This is all about animals. The crystal animals, if they have fur or feathers, wings or no wings, beak or have teeth. So I have a few animals, which was the dove, the raccoon, the rabbit, the owl, and the giraffe. And I look at the pictures and tell what it is. I also have videos off about this chart, so you can make it. I also teach you how to make it too. So you can also make it and also do it. It's really great. So sometimes you're just looking at the chart and then tell out what did they like and what did different, what did something like, and what did they like. And just look at it. It's like a map. It's kind of like, this one's kind of like a map. It's helped us a lot. So some way that you might probably look at it, like when you're working at it and you're having a lot of time working on it, and sometimes you just want to review what they like about the animals. So just draw a chart and then find out. Just write your friend name, like maybe her name is Olivia or Peter's or any names. And then you just going around the school and ask them what their names, and you write their name on the chart, and then ask what animal does they like best in all the animals in your chart. Like you have, it's a snake, the bears, the cat, the dog, and all the animals you know about. You write theirs, and you ask them which all of them is the favorite, and they just point it, and you just make it as the X. But this one is probably not all about that. This one is all about the animals thing that. So, all the things that you can also review the book you have read. Like today we're reading Bill Gates. Like that. So, when you're making a chart, I have my own chart. And this one I'm just making for teaching you. I have my own chart about books I read. But I actually read all of them, and my dad just thrown the chart away. But it's okay. When you make a chart, something that you draw a chart, something like this, and then you all write about thing in the first line, and the other up here you're gonna write the subject or something I don't know, and then you just making an X, or you can make. You don't want an X, and you can also make the shape like about the animals you're just going to. Yeah. Like the dove. This is just when I do it really fast. So I just write their names on. If I have time, I will draw, but I'm not really like to draw them, so I didn't draw. Well, we just review our lesson. I just review it. So you know how to do it. So I also have that videos too. So let's focus on what's something we do today. Today we are going to read a book on Bill Gates. So what is Bill Gates? Bill Gates is a man that actually when he was a boy who was a computer genius. Yeah. And he is a co-founder of Microsoft. A man, he is also a man has given billions of dollars to worthy cause. And this man is really smart. So when we're smart, we might make a chart. So something has tell us the way. Something has tell us the thing. Something has tell us what we should do. Okay. Okay. Done. So this charity, just like it is a map. So when you open it, it's like you're finding treasure. And so it did. Some people were really smart, like Bill Gates. He make charted like this, and then when he just needs something that he just took out, so when in need, he just open out that things, and it's just like a map. He just looked inside that, and then he knew that this book here reads, and now just read one time or two times, you just read again. Well, all about the thing about Microsoft thing, you can make a chart out to remember what part in it. Yeah, you can do that. Actually, I'm making this chart so much fun. By using the chart, it's much fun too. You know what? When I was little, I used to don't know how to put things together so easily. But when I was bigger, I know we're going to make a chart. And it's going to be a lot of fun making things with you. Ta-da-doo-doo. I see your face. Okay, focus on something we're going to do today. We're going to read a book about Bill Gates, and we have reviewed this chart. So I hope you know how to make a chart like me do. So I'll just put this one right here so that focus on this later. Not time focus on it. Today you are going to read a book. Who is Bill Gates? So who is Bill Gates? You remember who is Bill Gates? I'll read for you the chapter, how many I don't remember, but this was a man. He is a genius of a computers. When you just first look at him, you might think maybe he don't know anything at all, and they just laugh. But actually, he's really smart. He's smart, and he's as good at computers, inside and outside. Even though he was young, but actually, inside himself was a fire full of energy, of challenge things himself. Like when he wanted to challenge himself what to do something hard, he'll challenge himself. Do you challenge yourself like Bill Gates do? Well, I challenge myself, but not like all the Bill Gates do. He's the one who really challenging me, and I'm not really kind of a challenging people, but I'm just love challenging myself. That when I cannot do it, I can do it another time. Because sometimes a play is a play. You might cannot do it, and you might can do it. And so today let's read this. I'll remember. I remember reread into chapters. 10, sharing the wealth. Yeah. Let's start. The English chapter 10, sharing the wealth. Oh, can you see my face? Like I see your face. And I see my face and the camera too. And I see Bill Gates' face. Let's start. Chapter 10, the wealth. The English language has a special word for a person who donated a lot of money to common good. Philanthropist, say philanthropist, after years of making enormous amount of money. Bill began giving enormous amount away. Important people in Bill's life inspired him to be generous. His mother, Mary Gates, had been active in charity work before she died in 1994. Bill's friend Warren Buffett also argued him too. Warren Buffett? You know that guy. I bet you don't know that guy. I know who he is. Warren Buffett. He is a really good man. He is a billionaire. For now, he still live. Now he still lives, and he is one of the most billionaire. It's a big billionaire. He's one of the top one billionaire of the world. He's a top one or top two, I don't remember. But my dad read a book all about how Warren Buffett do that. Yeah, I love Warren Buffett. He did real great. So let's tell who is Warren Buffett a little more completely. So Warren Buffett is one of the wealthiest men in the world and one of the most generous. Buffett's company is called Berkshire Hathaway. It does not make product the way Microsoft does. Instead, Berkshire Hathaway buys other companies that are run well, and those products Warren Buffett likes, such as See's Candy, Schedule Car, Insurance, and Fruit of the Loom underwear. That's silly about underwear. But Warren Buffett is not only known for smart business mind, he also is incredibly generous. And you know what? My dad said Warren Buffett now is really old, but he's still really wise. He's really wise. And I think he is really smart because he is Bill Gates' friend. And in Bill Gates' friend, Bill Gates have to be a really smart person too. So let's start back to our work. So, yeah. Bill's friend Warren Buffett is also guarding him too, donning his fortune to good cause. But probably the biggest influence on Bill was his wife, Melinda. She was down-to-earth woman who believed in helping others. Bill and Melinda talk about what to do with their large fortune. They decided to give 95% of it away. Bill said, I believe with great wealth becomes great responsibility. A responsibility to give back to society. Pay to the order of Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. $28 billion. Oh, that's a lot. $28 billion. That's a lot. I wish we had a lot of money like that. So in 2000, the couple created the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. A foundation is like a business that is set up to give away money. Bill and Melinda donated billions of dollars from the personal fortune to the foundation. How they ask themselves this question: how can we do the most good for the greatest number with the resources we have? Bill had a report that said millions of children in poor countries were dying from disease that no longer existed in richer countries. They were diseases such as polio, malaria, and yellow fever. So many of these children could be saved by getting a vaccine that cost just a few cents. Bill showed the information to Melinda. We were shocked. Bill told a TV interviewer, if you believe that every life has equal value, it's revolting to learn that some live or seen as worth saving and others are not. We said ourselves, this can't be true. But if it's true, it deserves to be property if our giving. Bill stepped down to CEO of Microsoft in 2000. He handed over the job to his college friend Steve Ballmer, who had been with Microsoft since 1980. Then, in 2006, he announced that he was getting ready to retire from Microsoft to work full-time at the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. In June 28, 2008 was Bill's last full-time day at Microsoft. He was 52 years old and had headed his company for 33 years. In 1975, the staff of Microsoft has been just in two founders, Paul Allen and Bill Gates. Today, Microsoft employs around 90,000 people. Back then, a typewriter sat on every office desk. Today, in the United States, after the software revolution, the Bill led a computer sits atop almost every desk, and it is almost every home. The flying logo of Windows opened in more than 75 million of these computers around the world. Well, that's a lot. The chapter 11, Live Today. In March 2010, March 2010, he's still living in that. Wow. Actually, I haven't born yet, but a year later, I was born. Oh, that's silly. So Bill was bumped down to the second richest man in the world. He was the second richest man in the world. I think Warren Buffett is the top. Yeah, I think so. Obviously, I don't care. It had happened because he had given $28 billion to his fortune by then. Today, Bill threw himself into work. Just as always, with his usual intensity, he worked to lift people out of extreme poverty, core disease, and improve U.S. education, especially in inner cities. As before, Bill loves his job. The day-to-day part of it is fun. He said he and Melinda travel to faraway spots in the world to get first-hand view of problem. One day recently, he found himself in a tent with a trouble leader in a remote village where no one had ever heard the name Bill Gates. All the days find Bill talking to a scientist about their complex research. The work requires Bill to master all sorts of scientific knowledge in order to decide which idea should get money. Every day, Bill faced countless hard decisions. He needed to draw on the business skills he developed as CEO of large company. Sometimes the foundation take risks that don't work out. Bill realized that part of the job, he and Melinda wrote guiding principle for their foundation. One was we take risk, make big bets, and move from this arguing. We are in it for the long haul. Bill also meets the government officials all around the world. In 2011 is when I was born. Yeah. The global economy was sinking. Many countries were cutting back on their aid programs. Bill fought against these cutbacks. The world poorest will not be visiting government leaders to make their case. He pointed out, so I want to help make their case. Leaders tend to listen to Bill. Bill gives them sensible reason for canceling aid programs. The kind of reason he would have listened to earlier in career. Yeah, I think so. Oh look, there are a few more pages till we end this one. Oh my gosh. Let's come back to work. The kind of reason he will have listened to earlier in his career. He said, I understand the need for belt tightened down in downturns. But he pointed out that in many countries, aid is only about 1%. The public spending, that amount of money, isn't causing the world fiscal problem. Bill said. He added that there he was a huge payback for giving. It made countries more stable and less violent. Bill and Melinda have seen firsthand some of the terrible problems in the world. Yet Bill often says Melinda and I are optimists. That means they have great hope for the future. Bill believes that new advances in the high-tech world can give us a chance we'll never had before to end extreme poverty and death from preventable disease. In his free time, Bill still enjoys reading. Well, recently, he had 400-page book about vaccines and enjoyed it. A reporter asked him if that made him a geek. I plead guilty, said Bill with a smile. Gladly. Other pastime Bill are playing tennis and the card game bridge. But as Bill once said, it's newspaper interview. He not a sit on the beach type. To him that's boring. Fun to Bill it's being what? I don't know. Maybe being outside. Being with Melinda and his kids. No matter how busy he gets, Bill said the kids are a big part of my schedule and work that is fun. Bill is one of the reasons he had been able to accomplishment so much. It is easy to see why Time magazine named Bill one of the influential people of the 20th century in 2007. He finally got 2007 is when I haven't born yet. Yeah. And in June, he finally got a degree, an honorary one from Harvard. Bill spoke at the Harvard graduation. He joked to his father and audience. I've been waiting more than 30 years to say this. Dad, I always told you I'll come back and get my degree. How will history judge Bill Gates? Well, will he be remembered as much for his philosophy as for his leading role in this computer age? Don't bother asking Bill. He's too busy working. Oh, and so that's all about this book about Bill Gates. I so love this book really much. So, you know who is Bill Gates now, and you know about him, and you know about charts. I hope you enjoy my video. And bye-bye. See you later.